Hello, everybody, it's your husband, and I'm back from work. I'm gonna recap a movie called The Stuff, and let's see what's the good stuff in there. So, how does it start? We start in a location somewhere far away from cities, and a guy finds a pulsing freaking goo in the ground. So, what about that? He says, "What the heck is that thing?" So, he puts his finger in there and decides to taste it. He tastes the goo, the white goo, and guess what? It's delicious. What a surprise. So he's like, "What the heck is this?" He calls his two more colleagues. They all taste it. And they have a blast, like super tasty white goo they found. So they're like, "You know what? We have to sell this stuff. We will become millionaires. Let's do that." And the scene cuts off. So, what now? Where is the scene? It is in a modern city with skyscrapers, a river, and we see a group of businessmen swimming in a cruiser boat or something like that. So they have some kind of a meeting in there. Names are not revealed, but a specific man comes in there. And what happens is those businessmen hire the specific man, because that man is a spy. His name is Mo. They call him Mo because he says when somebody gives him something, he wants Mo. That's why they call him Mo. Anyways, a spy. So, what is the plot? Why do they need a spy? The group of businessmen. So, this is the future. And the goose stuff that was found, those people really did make it into business and sell it as a dessert. And the rivals don't know what it is made of. They want to find out because they want to make money too. So they hire the spy to find out what it is made of, the ingredients, and they pay him a lot of money. So Mo accepts the offer because he gets a lot of money, and the scene cuts off again. Now, where do we appear? We appear in a normal homestead, and we see everyday life from a child's eyes, a little boy, a young boy. So, the young boy in midnight goes to a fridge downstairs. He wants to have a snack. He gets caught by the father, but he sees something in the fridge. The white yogurt they found is moving around. But as soon as the father came, it was too late. The yogurt was not moving around anymore, and nobody believed the kid. So, the kid didn't give up. He told everybody, "Listen, the stuff that is being sold as a dessert, the white stuff, it is bad for you. It is bad." He could not explain. Nobody believed him. So he went on a rampage in a local grocery store, grabbed a stick, and smacked every freaking bucket of yogurt in the freaking grocery store until he was detained by bystanders and security guards. It was broadcasted live on the news that this young boy went on a rampage. So it was like breaking news. And what happened was, our spy, Mo, who always wants Mo, went to look at the news, and he will remember this kid later. That this kid, for some reason, knew something bad was with the dessert that Mo is trying to uncover the ingredients of. So, now it's Mo's turn. He goes on a mission. He wants to find out and meet all the people that are connected to the company that is selling this stuff, this goo, secret goose. It is a dessert, known as a dessert now, but we know it is a goo. So, he finds a woman. This woman's name is Nicole, and he is a marketing expert. He is doing commercials and ads promoting this white stuff. And he wanted to bribe her, but kinda got some chemistry going around with each other, so he got a date with her. And she became his friend. Now we progress further. What is happening? Mo's mission isn't over, it just began. So he's going to a local town where supposedly the company founders should live. Because he found some documents, got some information from Nicole, he's going out there. But in the small town, houses are empty. No freaking breath, only the gas station keeper. So, Mo is surprised. Where did these people go? He keeps looking around and he gets surprised because he finds somebody else investigating the area. Like, what a surprise. And what he finds is his old colleague, old partner, another detective-like person. His name is Charlie. And they team up to look for the company founders together. So in that local town, they run into some trouble. They find a guy that has a lot of useful documents. But the guy's suspicious. He likes, I won't give you the documents. And something's wrong with my stomach. So he runs out. These guys are like, yeah, something is wrong with that guy. We have to find out. And Mo and Charlie smack the freaking door down and find the guy dead. His mouth wide open, like wider than naturally can. So something crawled out of him through his mouth and escaped. And they're like, Charlie, do you have a gun? Because we might get in trouble. No, I don't have it. And they just freaking got angry because they might be encountering something dangerous in here. But anyway, they continued. And they got ambushed by the locals, infected with the white goo. They ate it, and now the goo controls them. So they're running at him with sticks. So Mo and Charlie jumped into a freaking boat, escaped from that area successfully. And later, in a random bar, further away in a safer zone, they decided, listen, Charlie, you have to go to the colonel, an army chief, because you need to find out what's going on. Tell him what's going on with the white goo. And I will go continue my own journey. I will go to the boy that I saw on the news, Mo said. The boy that was smacking all the yogurt. Because the boy knows something bad is about the food. So Mo or Spy needs to get an info from the boy. So that's cutscene at the boy's place. The young freaking kid. And what we see, the kid notices that his whole family is possessed by the white goo. They try to make the boy eat the goo, but the boy resists and he runs away from the house. And a little pause here. I did not tell you, his name is Jason. Just remember that. So Jason runs out of the house, the little boy, and at the right time, the spy drives down there and lets the boy jump into his car. So they both escape from their area, and Mo tells him like, yeah, I'm working on this thing, and you know something bad is about that yogurt, so you're on my side, and they team up. The kid and the spy, they drive off. So they go to the airport and grab Nicole also. We have a trio. Nicole, the advertisement lady, that they have a little chemistry going on. Jason, the young boy that was rescued from his possessed family by the spy or main guy spy Mo, who always wants Mo. So the trio jumps on a plane and they had gathered information about another location where supposedly the manufacturing factories are located of the goo. That is called a dessert, but something is off, they know that. So they fly there. They reach the factories. They were welcomed with open hands. Everybody's working. But they all are possessed secretly. So Jason needs to escape from the plane because he was left alone and the goo was starting to invade him. He escaped the plane, the little boy, and ran into the forest. While in the meantime, Mo and Nicole waited for the night and they went to a more secret location because they would not let them know what the ingredients of the dessert and how it looks like. So they had to find out on their own. In the nighttime, they went to a location where the resources are gathered from. And they saw that the white goo stuff that they thought was a dessert is being sucked out of the ground in the middle of the earth. So it is not food, it is alien stuff. And they're like plot twists. So they were not eating food all the time. It is a goopocalypse. Freaking worldwide chaos will go on. They have to stop it. So in the meantime, they find Jason stuck in a cistern of one of the trucks. They save him and they team up again, a trio. And Mo put a lot of explosives on that area and blew it down so rocks would crumble. On the puddle, they are sucking out the goop rock, the alien goo, white goo. So a lot of freaking like action, running around, punching around each other. It feels a little bit like an action movie, an 80s, because like sneaking around, see somebody punch, sneaking around, jump somebody, punch again, like all this stuff. So, anyways, when they explode the goo, it is not over because it is still being gathered and manufactured in other places. So, later on, the trio reaches the colonel, the army chief that he told Charlie before to reach. And he tells him about the situation. Listen, you don't know this? This is an apocalypse going on. The white goo is not a dessert. It is alien stuff and it is killing people, possessing them and killing them. On that meantime, Charlie reaches the place too. But he was infected with the goo on his way. So they had to kill the goo inside him. It was pretty like brutal way of showing how the goo escapes it. Like pretty brutal. But they burned the goo down. They found out that the goo's weakness is fire. It cannot handle heat. They burned it down with alcohol and lighters. So they killed it in that area. So now, how did they stop it globally? They teamed up. The colonel, army chief, has a lot of soldiers with weapons. So they all traveled to a main location of the main factory of the goo. And they freaking like got the fire out, burned the freaking goo, and they broadcasted everything live for the whole world to know that don't eat the goo. It is alien stuff. It will possess and kill you. So they started getting propaganda against the goo for worldwide to everybody to know. And eventually, all people being informed properly because it was not known, stopped buying the goo, stopped eating the goo, and the ones who eated it were sent to the hospital. And it was a worldwide riot against the goo and their manufacturers. The people, random citizens, blew up factories, buildings, burned down all the freaking yogurt cans. A whole scale riot protest against the goo. And eventually it was annihilated completely from market. And the threat has been removed. But Mo, always once Mo, and Jason the boy, they traveled where the main founders of the company are. Two of them. And they basically took their revenge because Jason lost his family. It was possessed to the yogurt. And Mo was like, Jason, do your revenge on these guys because they're responsible for the whole freaking yogurt thing gone wrong. And Jason made these two founders eat the freaking goo. So, of course, they died. And justice was served. The movie ended. So the freaking ending. Everybody happy? Yogurt annihilated. Founders revenged on. Nicole dating Mo, who always wants Mo. And Jason becoming a grown man because he lost his family. So a young boy became a man on his own freaking responsibility. One-man army. And the movie ends. So, it was a unique movie, a unique spin on everything. Because goo is not a usual threat, you expect a creature of some kind. But this is a mass coming to destroy you that even was considered food. So food becomes the hunter and you become food instead, Very interesting one. And it's time for the rating. I have to be fair. While the concept was unique, and it is definitely better than the previous movie I recapped, was The Uninvited. This one movie still had flaws, but I'm not giving it a 4. It is not that bad. It had potential. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. It had a lot of flaws because the pacing was too long. Some unnecessary waiting around while you could just jump into the stuff. More action than horror, but still, more talent than The Uninvited, the previous one with the mutated cat. This one is better. 5 out of 10. So, thank you all for watching. Love my subscribers, even if you don't love me. But anyways, that was nonsense. You're subscribed because you love me. Bye-bye.